Today we are covering 5 mistakes players make on Gates of Olympus by pragmatic play, the decisions that cost sessions before they have a chance to develop. This video is for entertainment and informational purposes only. All games are games of chance. No approach eliminates the house edge or guarantees winnings. Always play responsibly at begambleaware.org. Gates of Olympus is one of the most played and most watched slots in the market. Most players have had sessions on it. Far fewer understand the mechanics well enough to avoid the decisions that consistently reduce what a session can produce. Here are 5 of them. Mistake 1. Judging a bonus. Round before the multiplier has built the most common mistake on Gates of Olympus is deciding a free spins round has failed before it is finished. The game's multiplier system works by accumulating every multiplier that lands during the feature, stays active, and adds to the total for the rest of the bonus. A round that has produced 3 winning spins at low multipliers in its first 5 attempts has not underperformed. It has not yet reached the phase where the accumulation becomes meaningful. Players who have seen the first few spins produce small wins and mentally written off the round are watching the wrong thing. The multiplier total in the corner of the screen is the only number that matters in a Gates of Olympus bonus, and that number builds across the entire feature rather than appearing in a single moment. A session where the accumulated multiplier crosses 100 times with 4 spins remaining is a different game entirely from one where it sits at 10 times at the same point. Mistake 2. Buying the bonus at a stake. Level that cannot be sustained. Gates of Olympus has a bonus buy option that costs 100 times your stake. At a stake of €2, one bonus purchase costs €200. At €5, it costs 500. This is the most direct route into the feature, and it is also the route that ends sessions prematurely when players buy at a level that does not fit their actual budget. The mistake is treating a single bonus buy as representative of the game. One purchase at a stake your budget cannot support multiple times tells you almost nothing about what the session could produce. Gates of Olympus is a high volatility game where the outcomes across individual features vary enormously. A budget that allows for multiple bonus entries at a sustainable stake gives the multiplier accumulation system enough appearances to show what it can do. A budget spent on 1 or 2 high-stake bonus buys gives you very little. Mistake 3. Confusing base game. Multipliers with free spins. Multipliers, Gates of Olympus, can award random multipliers during base game spins, and players who experience a large base game multiplier sometimes assume this reflects how the free spins bonus will behave. It does not. Base game multipliers are one-time events that apply to the specific win they land on and then disappear. Free spins multipliers are cumulative. They stay active and add to the running total for every remaining spin in the feature. A 50 times multiplier in the base game applies to one winning combination in one spin. A 50 times multiplier landing during free spins when the accumulated total is already at 80 times means the remainder of the bonus resolves every winning cluster at 130 times or higher. These are fundamentally different events. Players who treat a base game multiplier hit as comparable to a free spins multiplier accumulation are misreading the two systems. The base game can produce significant single spin results. Mistake 4. Chasing a bonus. Buy after a depleted base game session. One of the most damaging session patterns in Gates of Olympus is spending a significant portion of a budget on base game spins and then using the remainder on a bonus buy in an attempt to recover. The logic feels intuitive. The feature is where the large outcomes occur, so buying access to it directly after a losing base game run seems efficient. The problem is mathematical. If a session budget of €200 has been reduced to €60 by base game play, a bonus buy at a stake that costs €60 is a single all-or-nothing purchase, with no remaining budget if it produces a small result. The better structure is either to allocate part of the session budget specifically for bonus buys before the session starts and treat base game play as a separate activity, or to play base game only and accept the feature as an organic trigger. Deciding to buy the bonus reactively after losses is a decision made with a depleted budget against a high variance outcome. It rarely produces the recovery it is purchased for. Mistake 5. Not understanding what the maximum win actually requires. Gates of Olympus has a maximum win of 5,000 times. Players who know this number sometimes approach the game as though large individual wins are the target. They are not. The 5,000 times ceiling in Gates of Olympus is not produced by a single large multiplier landing on a strong winning spin. It requires a combination of a high accumulated multiplier total and a high-value cluster win being resolved against it. A 500 times multiplier applying to a weak cluster combination produces a moderate result. The same 500 times multiplier applying to a full grid win of high-value symbols produces the outcome the maximum win ceiling describes. This distinction matters because it changes how you read a bonus round in progress. A round with a 200 times accumulated multiplier but poor symbol coverage on the grid is not yet in maximum win territory. A round with a 200 times accumulated multiplier and a building cluster of premium symbols is. The game requires both conditions simultaneously. Understanding that the ceiling exists at the intersection of multiplier accumulation and cluster quality, not from either factor alone, is the difference between watching a feature play out and actually following what is unfolding. 5 mistakes on Gates of Olympus. Judging the bonus before the multiplier has built. Buying at a stake level, the session budget cannot sustain multiple times. Confusing how base game and free spins multipliers work differently. Chasing a bonus buy reactively after a depleted base game run, and misunderstanding what conditions need to align for the game's upper range to be in play. Gates of Olympus rewards understanding the system. Check the RTP at your casino before you play. Set your limits before you start. Play responsibly at begambleaware.org. See you in the next one.